Welcome back to the garden, everyone. It is now the first bank holiday in May, so it's Monday the 4th of May now. We are currently in the greenhouse, as you can see, and behind me it is grey and cold. It was lovely on Friday, Saturday, Friday and Saturday, because I was in the garden. It was scorching, like really nice. Crystal blue skies. Naturally, bank holiday Monday, cold and miserable, but it does mean we've been able to get out in the garden and do, it's about 4 o'clock now, I think I've done about 8 hours today in the garden because it's not too hot and there's lots to be getting on with. So we will have a quick look around the greenhouse because it is almost empty now, and then we'll go and look what's been going on in the garden, where everything is. So this is the greenhouse now. As you can see, it is almost empty, just a few bits up here. So we've got some newly sown sunflower seeds, we've got some leeks that have been potted on, we've got the peas up here slowly germinating, coming out. I think I'm going to have a half gutter there. The nasturtiums and the Spanish flag, the alubatas, are all doing okay. And good news, this is a good news and bad news video, my geranium madurense are germinating more and more every day. So I'm excited about that. Some more leeks, and the sweet peas, these are almost ready to be potted out. They are starting to fill the root trainers. The Bocking 14 comfrey is all fine. I've checked all of the pots and nothing is rotten, and there are a few little bits of green on a couple of these, so I think some of them are just taking longer than others. You'll notice the Roscoea pots look very tidy and clean. That is because all of the pots I've been getting a bit ahead of myself and watering a little too much, and I was worried about rot, so I've emptied out some of the soil, checked that they're all good. They are fine. They're starting to shoot now, and I've just topped them up with some fresh dry compost. Same with the mashua, as you can see, that is just sitting there doing its own thing, so whatever they need they'll get eventually. Potted this on into its own little pot so it's not swamped with weeds, and is also not in a massive pot so it doesn't get root rot. The big macrophylla I'm hoping will come from the bottom. It was looking okay in the roots. I did pot it out and just have a little look. The begonia torsas, you'll notice this one is in a significantly smaller pot. These are the things I've definitely overwatered. You can even see it looks a little bit iffy. There was a little bit of solid tuber. This one was significantly better, so I've taken them out of the wet soil, just potted them up into some dry compost to let them dry out, and hopefully they will just germinate naturally, because I'm hoping I haven't lost any of them. And then this is just old bits and pieces ready to go outside. You'll see the first early potatoes outside, just because we need to get in here and give this greenhouse a clean. So we will go and have a look to see where all of the bulbs and everything are. Okay, so we'll go round to the summer house patio, and you'll notice it's looking a little bit fuller. So we've got the Lysimachus, they are absolutely fine. The dahlias have all been brought out, they are all fine. I've lost 2 dahlias from previous year just to rot. The impatiens are all okay. Oh, that fern is looking a little dry, so I need to give that some water. The aracemas, I've pulled them out and checked them, they are fine. This one, which is speciosum, is a little bit rotten on the top, but the bottom is fine, so we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully I've caught it just early enough. Then the Brugmansias have come out of the bathroom because they were covered in green fly and doing my head in, so I've given them a bit of a chop back and brought them out here to start acclimatizing them. and they are housing all the other pots on top of them. They are all absolutely fine here. Even this Aracema, this is fine. This is just going to take longer to come out than I expected. So the last couple of bits, again, Impatiens, some Trichtis, these are all absolutely fine. Just starting to get them used to outdoor temperatures. And then to the long bed after the greenhouse, you'll notice I gave in and gave the Akebia a big old hack back from where it collapsed. It was, kind of right over here. It was getting in the way. I know I said I was going to wait till it finished flowering. It hasn't really. It's only just started flowering. So I have lost a load of it, but it needed to be done. And it's all on the compost pile now. But I started getting the mushroom compost in on this bed. So this has all now been mulched for the year. So hopefully this will help keep the moisture in, because we haven't really had any rain. Although it's a bank holiday weekend, we had, it was Thursday into Friday or Friday into Saturday, one of the two. We had overnight rain, but that's been it. The whole weekend was meant to be wet and it just hasn't been. And on this side my wife has done her area as well. And it's all the way down to here. So that was a nice job, well done. And when I'd done the patio tidying up, I had this old little cold frame minus the cloche for it. So I've just used it to store my daylilies and some of the gladioli bulbs and a couple of Nipophias in there. Again, looking a little dry, so they might want a watering tonight, I think. And we went to the garden centre yesterday and I picked up this little rhododendron. I wanted another one, so I asked my wife which one she liked the most, and she picked this little guy. This is, I say little guy, this is Princess Anne. Yeah, Princess Anne. So a couple of foot high and wide, so that will be going in a pot once it's finished flowering to join the other ones in the garden. And then we'll quickly nip inside and take a look at the potting up that I've done. So inside for the seeds, we've got this one on the right which has currently got the heater on it. So I've potted up some of the tomatoes. Some of my seedlings are starting to germinate, as you can see there, which is good. These tomatoes need to be potted on as well, but I haven't got enough pots at the moment. These are all okay, and there's a few more down the end. Then my zinnias were starting to damp off in their tray, so I've just potted them off into single pots. And then this had some cosmos in it, so they are all now in these lovely individual pots as well. So I need some more pots because I've got all of these to go. I've got these, and then the Georgettes need all individualizing as well. And last but not least is the crop area. As you can see, spent a few hours this morning down here. So this bed was basically just full of weeds and a few acrolegias and some lemon balm. So everything has come out, given it a top dressing of homemade compost, and planted my sunchoke. Then I moved a few acrolegias around, so we've got another one up here and one here. Harvested a few leeks for the week, and then this bed over here my wife cleared out, so I managed to get a bit more space for another one of her acrolegias in the corner. And the chard is looking like it's just starting to bolt, so we'll be ripping most of that out soon enough. This bed has all been tidied up. Last corner of it was just junk again, so that's all being pulled out and weeded. And then my wife, bless her, done a couple of hours yesterday evening and a little bit this morning, and got the potatoes, the main crop potatoes, in. So there's a few from last year that got left over and missed, so they've already sprouted, but the others are all in the ground now, ready to go. And as you can see by the state of the grass, I came around and gave it a good old trim as well this morning. So next up is going to be a few more bits down here, and then some mulching, I think, up in the main garden, because I still have about 20 odd bags of the mushroom compost left to go.